I want to take a moment to talk about offshore sportsbooks. Now, I can be straight up with you and tell you that, being based in Las Vegas, I don't play offshore. And when I want to place a bet, I'll go over to the Hilton or I'll price shop. I'll see who has the best price, maybe between the Hilton, maybe over at Stations, maybe even sometimes at the Palms, sometimes downtown at the Golden Nugget. I'm looking for the best prices out there. Price shopping is oh so important, whether you're here in Vegas or whether you're shopping offline. But I wanted to talk about offshore sportsbooks for a couple of reasons. First of all, one of the questions we get, oh my gosh, especially in football season, at least 5 or 6 times a day through our customer service support section is, can you recommend an offshore sportsbook? And the answer is quite simply no. That's not our business. We're not here to recommend offshore sportsbooks. I can tell you that wherever you play, you should have 2 or 3 alternatives because you should be price shopping as well. Whether you're playing with the local bookmaker or whether you're playing offshore, definitely have alternatives, but we're not in the business to recommend sportsbooks. In fact, look at our sites. We have never taken advertising for offshore sportsbooks. We don't take sponsorships, we don't take advertisings, nor do we promote any offshore sports books. Now I can tell you that if we did, oh my gosh, the money we could make, because sports books need gamblers. Where do you find gamblers? At handicapping sites, right? But we're not in that business for a couple reasons. One, we don't want to have any affiliation with any sports book that would show that we're leaning one way or another. And two, it's somewhat of a gray area as to whether or not accepting advertising dollars from sports books is necessarily legal. Now, the other thing, though, about sports books, you will go to one handicapping site after another. They'll be pitching their 900 services, their 800 services, their online picks. And you will see things like, hey, open an account at XYZ Sportsbook and you'll get my plays for 1 week free. Or open an account at this place, call here, you're not only get a 10% sign-up bonus, but you'll also get XYZ of these handicappers free service. Well, why do you see that? Well, I can tell you guys, the handicappers, the owner-operators of those websites are working on half sheets. They are making their money, the bulk of their money, the majority of their money through their affiliations with sports books because they get a kickback through their affiliation with those sports books. Think about it. What incentive really is there for the handicappers that are pushing sports books really to win? Because we are in the business of making money by selling our opinions. We win, we'll probably make more money. We lose, guaranteed, you're not going to come back and buy. But handicappers and sports services that are having affiliations and pushing sports books and recommending sports books for you, they're making money on the referral basis. Advertising dollars and referral basis. Half sheets. They get a kickback. If player number 1 comes in through that particular sports book and that inducement and he spends X number of thousands of dollars, the owner-operator of that website or the handicapper himself is going to get a percentage of that play back. It's their commission. Again, you have to wonder about the morals here, the ethics here, because is there an incentive for a handicapper to win when he's really making just as much, if not more, on the back end through the money that you may be losing through a sports book? And take it a step further. Doesn't it behoove the handicapper to lose? Because the more money you bet and lose, the more money he takes in on the back end. So, again, you're never going to find sportsbook advertising here. You never have. End of story. But it's something you should always be aware of when you're making your purchases online or elsewhere.